Russell Brand. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be a hard one to get through. I'm looking at the picture. Russell Brand got in trouble for baptizing someone. Now, why would you get in trouble for baptizing someone? Well, he's been under fire because of what he was wearing or not wearing, let's say, while he baptized somebody. Let's talk about it. Now, the reason why I'm laughing is because in a very real way, this is one of the sillier videos I've ever done. I mean, it's just, there's so many layers to how silly this is. I can't stop laughing. I can't stop laughing. I wasn't laughing that much when I was reading it, but as soon as I turn on the camera, I start laughing. So as many of you know, I've done videos on Russell Brand here on this channel. Russell Brand's pursuit of Christianity, him talking about his baptism. I've loved so much the things that he has said. He seems to have the right idea on a lot of things, especially the efficacy, the necessity of baptism, and now how his Christian life seems to be working. And so there's amazing things. I love a lot of what I see of him, and especially knowing who he used to be back when I was a kid growing up, the way he used to be as an addict and as a celebrity and movie star, comedian, stuff like that. And so he did this post on formerly Twitter, now X. It says, it might seem a bit soon to be baptizing people, but the apostles did it on day one, so here we are. So I read that and I thought, okay, awesome, he baptized someone. And then I saw the pictures. And now, by the way, he's scantily clad to say the least, so if you don't want to see this, just close your eyes for the next, I don't know, for the next while. But here is Russell Brand in the River Thames, I think this is where it is, in his tidy whities, baptizing a guy, and with another guy, with the help of another man who is also in his underwear in the river here. And what's crazy, there's just so much that's crazy about this. I was not expecting when I clicked the picture to see Russell Brand in his tidy whities. Also, what's very weird is the guy that they were baptizing is in a full wetsuit. He's completely covered. He's the most covered person I've ever seen for a baptism in my life. I'll be serious about this in a moment and give a comment on what I think about this. But it's just so crazy. I did not expect him to be almost completely naked in his tidy whities baptizing this dude. Some of the replies to this tweet are actually pretty important to understand. I did not have Russell Brand baptizing people in his tidy whities on my 2024 bingo card. And then here's a more serious one. I sometimes think Russell Brand is just trolling everyone. Now, people think this a lot of the time. Usually people who are, against what he believes, against what he stands for politically, but also people who are aware of who Russell Brand used to be before he was proclaiming Christianity. Doing this in your underwear is utterly inappropriate. This is a sign of irreverence of the holiness of Abba Pater, Father, I guess, in Greek. Big tell moment here, making yourself the center of attention. So here's another one that says, this is a sign that he's not for real. This one says, Russell, put some pants on. Russell, thank you. And here's a nice one. Thank you for bringing people closer to Christ. God's timing is perfect. And then someone put, in your tidy whities? Really? Why is he in a full wetsuit? Yes. And you guys are in your undies. A very good question. You're supposed to wear boxer briefs for baptisms, dude. Hello? I think this is in Deuteronomy. It doesn't matter what you are dressed in, as long as you are doing it for the right reasons and your heart is right, God will bless this event, says another person. Bro is owning his messianic complex. Next comes the compound phase. Perhaps a little more modesty might be in order, someone says. Here's someone after Russell Brand says, I think the apostles started baptizing immediately. He said, I don't think they did it in their underwear, though. Steve Harvey give. And that's very fair. I don't think they did it in their underwear either. This feels like you're purposely mocking Christianity, says somebody. Another woman says, proud of you. You are doing God's work and you don't have to be saved a long time to do that. What an excellent example. God bless you. Someone put, you are so embarrassing, atheist girl on Twitter. Yeah, but can you wear pants, bro? Someone put, bro, the tidy whities though. Okay, so my thoughts. Multiple things could be true at once here. There's a lot of people who seem to be saying this is a sign that Russell Brand is not for real. Other people who are saying, no, this is totally awesome. I think that both sides are going to an extreme here. It is not completely awesome. I think that Russell Brand should understand that maybe baptizing someone in your tidy whities is not the coolest thing to do. It's not. But does that nullify like a baptism or something like that? If the baptizer is wearing tidy whities, hey, Sue me if you need to, but I don't think so. I don't think that nullifies a baptism at all. So two things are cool at the same time. Two things are true. Sorry, not cool. True at the same time. One, don't wear tighty-whities when you're going to baptize somebody. And number two, there could still be something nice that is happening. Again, Russell Brand has only been wearing Christianity, and this is kind of a term that he has used for not that long. It hasn't even been a year, I don't think. And so he's very new in this, and he's got so much of the influence of like the world around him that is on him. And again, he's just learning stuff. He's just learning stuff. And the way he speaks about Christianity and his faith is much more eloquent than I would imagine a lot of the people who are criticizing him about this so harshly than their defense of Christianity would be, than their understanding of Christianity would be. So again, maybe he's not up to date in the tighty-whities department to baptisms, but he is up to date in a lot of stuff that really, really matters. We shouldn't throw out the brand with the bathwater or with the river water by just saying, well, because he's in the tighty-whities, he's not for real or something like that. Again, that's just kind of a ridiculous thing to say. Again, I'm on the side of people who say, don't baptize someone in your tighty-whities, maybe wear a little bit more clothes. I'm on the side of that 100%. I think that biblically, modesty is a real thing, and it's more than just being in a loincloth all day long, and particularly when you're doing spiritual things. I do think that. And if you do think otherwise, let me know. Am I being too strict here? I'm open to debate and conversation on this. Do you think that I shouldn't even have a problem with the tighty-whitey baptism? That brings a new perspective to the idea of having a white garment that has been washed. But yeah, am I being too strict about this? Am I being too loose about this? I think I'm somewhere in the middle here. That a good thing happening by a guy who's learning a lot of stuff. Baptizing in the tighty-whities, I would not do that. I would not recommend that. I would tell someone not to do that. If I knew Russell Brand, I would tell him not to do it. Russell Brand, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, don't do it. Put some shorts on next time, at the very least, please. Let's start with shorts, and then we'll work our way up to whatever this guy was wearing. Again, it's so crazy. He's wearing a full wetsuit. These guys are almost completely naked. But again, I think a silly thing. At the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, I think the people's reaction is way disproportionate, over the top, a little bit silly. I have a problem with it as well, just to be clear. But I think at the same time, we should recognize that if this is a guy who has been wearing Christianity for a very short amount of time, give him a break, cut him some slack. From everything I have been able to see, and maybe if someone has more information that could help me out with this, he seems to have a very good grip on this stuff, on the fundamental ideas of Christianity, and something like what you wear to a baptism is not really the number one thing. And again, if you get upset with me about that, please let me know why. Let's have a conversation about it. There are big things coming to this channel in the near future. Big conversations. I will reveal one of the big people that I'm going to be talking about very, very soon, or talking to rather, very, very soon. Having a conversation, trying to hash out differences. Please be looking forward to that. Probably this week I will reveal that. So again, be looking forward to that. But God bless you all. I love you so much. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, consider supporting on Patreon, share this video with a friend if you think that they'll enjoy it. Take care. Goodbye.